Hey y'all. Um Sorry for all the technical difficulties that we had. Um we are just going to start fresh, okay? Clean slates, new beginnings. So if you guys are coming in, welcome. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful day. Tonight I have my homegirl Blunt Girly. We're gonna be reacting to that panel that I was on a few nights ago. But before we get into that, I just want Blunt Girly to introduce herself and her channel and all of those things and where to find her.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks to everybody coming back. I think it's definitely gonna be worth the wait. I'm so excited. Yeah, on my channel, I just talk about all types of things, viral topics, celebrity gossip, weight loss, fashion. You can find a little bit of everything, but I'm very unconventional with how I talk. There's like nothing cookie cutter about my channel. I would say it's kind of similar to Sandra's, hence why we're cool. I think we kind of talk the same a little bit. What do you think?
Yeah. Yeah, oh my gosh. I don't know how many times I will click on your cuz I like to comment while I'm watching the video. So, I might be like 3 minutes in or a minute in and I might leave a comment cuz you said something or one of the videos you played said something. And I don't know how many times I've left a comment and then a few moments later you say exactly what I just commented. It's
I
so
you do that
crazy.
all the time. I love it. I love it though.
Yeah, me too. It's nice to like have like-minded, well-rounded, especially women cuz there's so many delusional broads on the internet. It's so nice to like be able to connect with another woman that has her head on straight, that's not, delulu and just like saying outrageous stuff on the internet. It's refreshing.
Thank you. Likewise, yeah.
All right, y'all. So, if you guys didn't know, your girl was on a panel. I think it was like Sunday. Yeah, Sunday. And it was interesting, to say the least. It was very interesting. It was a fun experience, but there was just so much going on. And if you guys have ever watched panels like that, it's very hard to get a word in because everybody wants to talk. So there was so much that I wanted to say during the stream that I didn't get a chance to. And then also, I wanted to get Blunt Girly's opinion because I feel like that conversation was just so interesting, and your perspective was definitely needed on so many occasions. So we're gonna get into it, but I do want you to give them your like initial thoughts because you did watch it live. What were your initial thoughts about the live stream, the panel?
Yeah, I was so happy when you told me. It was almost like you read my mind, like when you asked me to do this. Because I was trying to hold back so much in the chat and it was already difficult for me. I don't know, it was entertaining, but I just felt like yeah, like what I said in the other stream, like the women were just some of them were a little bit slow and then I felt like the men really just wanted an argument. It was just I didn't really watch panels, so it was interesting.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. I feel like, and we're gonna get into the lady that's on the stream on the stream right now that you guys can see. With her in particular, I think her name on the stream was like Onyx Bunny. With her, I don't know if she's just trolling the internet and trying to be like
Okay.
infamous by like saying stupid stuff online, or if this is really like who she is and she's just gang goofy. I don't know. But I did want to give some background as to who this person was. And honestly, I saw this video a long time ago because I remember it was doing its rounds on like the manosphere, Black Manosphere YouTube sector. I think I was gonna react to it, but then I ended up not reacting to it. But this is one of the ladies that was on the panel, just to give you a baseline for the type of things that she says. So this is coming from Ashley Dalton. She does like a call-in show where women they call in and ask for advice and she tries to help them get their lives together. Let's see.
How do you be a good side piece? This sounds crazy.
How
Yes.
are you? It's nice
You're
to
not gonna
see
be proud of
you.
me. I'm in trouble. I need you. Actually, this isn't a happy call. So I, was celibate 5 years and I ended up meeting someone in October. He flew me out to Miami. We had intimacy. We started dating and he told me he wasn't with anyone else. He does live outside of the country, so he comes to US periodically for work. Actually, I found out he was married.
Did you break things off?
Initially, yes, and then no.
So what do you want to do now?
It gets worse. Ashley! He's not leaving his wife.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah.
And what's worse is that he has multiple girlfriends. And I thought I was the only one. He was like, listen, if I'm cheating on my wife, what makes you think that I wouldn't be? I don't know how to explain this.
That's kind of logical if you're asking me. That's a logical point. If he cheats on his wife, then of course he would cheat on you. Well, I can't say it's cheating, but yeah, of course he has other girls. That's logical.
That is? I thought it was insane. Oh, but he was upset with me for getting upset because he was like, what do you expect? If I'm going to cheat on my wife, why would I just have one person? I ended up crashing out and I wonder, Ashley, like, because I want to be with a certain type of man, provider type person. I always have this anxiety of like, they can do anything. They have the funding and the material to be able to do anything.
Yeah, that comes with the territory. Yeah. If you're dating, the guy who has the money and he's not faithful and he has a wife already, yeah, girl, that's
All right. So, what are your initial thoughts of Miss Anne? That's her name, Anne.
Girl, I have so many thoughts. Okay. Um, okay, sorry. That was a lot to like digest in that video. That's kind of crazy. So she said she was seeing some guy from another country. And then he ended up being married. Yeah, I could have told her that. Um, I think that women they get certain types of attention from men kind of confused. Like even when she first started talking, I already knew that the man that she was seeing kind of only seen her like in a sexual way, and that's it. Because yeah, that's what it sounds like. Also, this girl is giving me mentally ill vibes. How about you? What do you think?
That's so interesting that you said it's giving mental illness because that was definitely something that was brought up during the stream. So
Really?
yeah, that's definitely something that was brought up on the stream. So that's the reason why, like, I'm unsure as to whether or not she's just like putting on a show for, the internet, just like let me say the most outrageous thing possible so that people, because some people they're not really charismatic, right? Like they don't really have depth to them, so people won't listen to them otherwise. So it could be a situation
Yeah.
where let me just say the most outlandish thing possible, let me do the most outlandish thing possible, because if I just speak regularly, if I just talk about things I'm interested in, people won't tune in. So I'm like teetering between, is she just doing this for the internet and she knows she's a mess, she knows it looks a mess, but she doesn't care as long as it gets views, or she's actually like crazy, crazy as cat shit. Um so
I
it is interesting
think
that you brought up mental illness.
yeah, I think all of it is true. I think her dating life actually might be like I think that story might be true. I think because when men see that women like her are a little bit like loony, they put women like her into categories, the fun girl category. That it seems
Mm.
like that's what was going on in the story that she gave with the married man or whatever was going on. Yeah, I think men can sense that she's kind of off in the head.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something's off.
I can see that, but I wanted you guys to have a baseline for who this is. So this is how I first heard of her on the internet, and then I heard nothing else about her. And then I was clicking on, I don't know if you've heard the channel Smell the Roses. She does a lot of the streams with Fatty. And I clicked onto one of her streams and she was on the panel and she was just going back and forth with this woman. And I'm just like, this heifer sounds insane. But, despite anything that I saw prior to that, I always try to go into any panel or conversation with like fresh eyes, like to give people a chance to, you know, because how you talk to somebody else might not be how you talk to me, or maybe it is, I don't know. But I always try to like give people a clear slate, so I didn't go into the conversation thinking, let me, be rude or
Oh.
anything like that, or just like come off too harsh. So
Mhm.
that's just a baseline for who this individual is. Now, this is the stream. I don't know everybody that was here. Um, yeah, I this was the first time I had conversations with pretty much everyone on the panel, so I don't really know
Mhm.
everyone like that. But we're gonna get into the actual stream itself, but I just want to give you guys a baseline for Onyx Bunny, because towards the end of the stream basically becomes about her. It's all about her. We couldn't even finish the questions that they had because she wanted the stream to be about her. Let's see. All right, so I just pulled up the first timestamp. We're gonna listen a little bit, and then I'm gonna ask you like what your thoughts are.
Okay.
No video needed. Men deserve the experience of watching their daughter dating a man just like them. I'll repeat it again. Men deserve the experience of watching their daughter date a man just like them.
Now, I do want to hear from you. Like, what was your response to that question? Like, what was going through your mind?
Uh, um, I thought that it was a super interesting question. Like I seen all of you guys' answers, and I kind of understood everyone's point of view. Like some women were saying yes, some were saying no. I thought the question was kind of crazy, kind of messy. How about you?
Yeah, the question is definitely messy. But what I found interesting, specifically with like the chat, was that, as soon as like we started talking about men not being ish in regard to like the framework of that question, I was like, why are you guys playing dumb? You know good and well that the spirit of the question is, if the man is not a good man, should his daughter experience the type of man that he is? Because what kind of question would that be if we're talking about like a good, upstanding man? Like, that's not an
Yeah.
interesting question. That's boring. Of course, we want, our daughters to be with good men. But for some reason, I think, and this kind of goes into something that you mentioned about the men on the stream. I think that some men are just overly like sensitive when it comes to women holding men accountable, because there's so much misandry, because there's so much
Yeah.
anti-man content that's out there. And I don't know all of these women on there, so I don't know if they've said like very misandrous things in the past, so they're already on edge. But it's like the moment you say anything that's critical, or talking about men not being what they're supposed to be, then it's like I feel like some of them are a bit sensitive to that.
No, absolutely. I'm gonna be so honest with you. I was not feeling the men on this panel. I do think that they were just very like extremely emotionally dysregulated and reactive to everything, like what you said, like sensitive. And for me, it just kind of gave like bitter vibes, like they already had like an agenda before coming on. Like they didn't like, I don't know, like they had something against, a particular type of woman. Like you could sense that. So I agree with what you're saying. Like there might have been some history there before even coming on the panel. Cause I'm like, what's going on? Like, what's with the beef?
Yeah. It's just, whenever you get into these spaces where folks are talking about relationships and dynamics between men and women, it's very easy for men in those conversations to, I don't know, just like get, like you said, just be too emotional about it, or too reactionary. Like, not every not every mention of men not doing what they're supposed to do is like a slight to men all around, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like, and to be fair, they don't know me, right? They don't know my record. They don't know that I talk more about misandry than I do misogyny, even though I have touched on both, but they don't know me like that. So I'm trying to be
Hmm.
fair to them. But yeah, it's just, they I do want to say this though. You've heard like how they say like women are more emotional than men.
Yeah.
I when they say that, I always think it's funny because it's like anger is an emotion too. So
Uh,
whereas like I know like women we are emotional, but men can be very emotional too. And I saw it a lot during the stream, to be honest. Like if I'm being completely
girl,
honest.
you said I could be honest in this conversation, right?
Yes, go
Because
off.
I, oh, okay. Because, yeah, no, some of the men on this panel was way more emotional than the women. Y'all are gonna see. Like, it was a mess, in my opinion.
Exactly. But I just didn't like people playing dumb about the spirit of the question. They obviously, when they put this question together, they weren't talking about would a man that provides and protects and has never dogged out a woman, would he want his daughter to
Yeah.
date? Duh. Should he? Like, that's not the spirit of the question. So don't play dumb. Don't play dumb in an effort to make it seem like every single time men are brought up that, it's always a negative thought that comes with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But let me
Yeah.
go ahead. I'm going to
No,
play a
I
little bit
get
more of this.
it.
I'm going to bring my boy Nino up, and I want Sandra and Queen to actually start this.
It's time to do.
Oh my goodness. Wait, we can't hear you, sis.
Go ahead, Sandra. You
Me?
can start it off.
Okay. So it's hard to say that because that almost feeds into the idea of, well, you're born into sin, so you should experience certain things that are negative just because of who you were born to or just because you were born in general. So I mean, it's sad because it's like, yeah, you would think like the karma aspect of it, of if you're not behaving the way you should as a man, then seeing your own daughter deal with the same type of man that you are, maybe that might be a mirror that you need to look into. But it's hard to say that, because what if your daughter is nothing like you? Like, what if your daughter is a decent human being and she's doing everything right, but now she has to deal with a ain't-ish dude because of some kind of karmic situation. So it's hard to say yay or nay with that one. That's a good question though.
So you don't.
Yeah. And I stand by that. I don't like the idea of, because my parents were not good people, that because of karma I have to experience negative things. Like, it's one thing if, your parents maybe financially irresponsible, and then now you have to grow up in section 8 or on food stamps or whatever the case may be. Like, I get that, like, that's just, it's gonna happen. But in a hypothetical like this, I don't know if I can get on board with the karma aspect of it.
Yeah, I really liked your answer. I thought that that saying was kind of weird because it's like, well, sure, like I'm a whole different person. What does I don't like what does a person's dad have to do with them? I don't know. I don't know. I always thought that question was like kind of crazy. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but there were other opinions on there, so I'm gonna let it play a little bit longer so we can hear some of the other thoughts, because I don't think everyone really agreed on this one. I think it was pretty split, 50-50.
Yeah.
don't feel like daughters, I mean, fathers should have their daughters experience a man like them. You're not sure about that?
Maybe not experience a man like them. Maybe they can experience a crazy broad that's like them. Maybe they can experience a crazy heifer that's just like them, and that'll be a good mirror for them. But I don't know if I like the idea of an innocent child that has done nothing going through the nonsense. That's if the father is bad. Now, if the father is great, then I love that for the daughter. Yes, please deal with a man that is wonderful, just like your father. I hope that my daughter finds a man that is like her father, because her father is awesome. If it's good, then yes, by all means. But if the dude ain't ish, ooh, I don't know if I like damning a innocent woman who's done nothing to dealing with that just because of karmic reasons.
Queasy, what do you think?
You on mute?
You're muted.
Queasy,
You're
on
muted.
Okay, so a man wanting the pleasure of seeing his daughter dating a man like himself, that's the question, right? That's what we're dealing with?
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Okay, so I would say
No, that's not the question.
that
No, that's not the question. So this is implied. Men are playboys. Men are going around and making having sex with a bunch of women. They say it's not their responsibility. They say it's not their fault. So those men, when they get a daughter, they should experience exactly the type of man their dad was, so the dad actually knows what he feels like to actually deal with women like that. That's the spirit of the question. Now I'm going back to the shadows. Thank you.
okay, yeah. So that's cosmic karma. Karma. Yes, I think that the man should 100% feel whatever it is that he put out in the universe. His daughter should exemplify that in who she's dating, so that he can understand what he did. If it's positive, negative, I don't care. Whatever it is that he's done in the universe, let it spin back and bring reality to him. So yeah, I'm with that. That's
So if
it.
the daughter is good, she still gotta experience that. Like
Sometimes your daughter can be what the universe used to open your eyes. So if
why
you
can he
sitting
be
around,
punished though? Like why can't he the one be punished? Why does the
he
daughter
is,
gotta?
because he's getting punished because the man, when he has that innocent, precious daughter, he put her real high up on a pedestal. Now he done dogged out about 100 women in his day and time. He gets this innocent, beautiful young image of himself. And the cosmic karma is the sins of the foremothers and forefathers visits upon the children. So she may get a little something based on his behavior. Yeah, that's how it actually works. And even biblically, that's what it says as well. So if you
How do you feel about what she said? What are your thoughts?
I just feel like it's not a logical conversation. Like, I feel like, I don't know, those are your spiritual beliefs. Me personally, I'm not sure if I believe in karma, because I see bad people sometimes live great lives. Um, Also, I think that her answer upset at the men later on, because they're saying, like, well, why would you wish bad on an innocent woman, child, or whatever? So I don't know. I kind of agree with what the men say in defense to her answer, actually. Because I don't
Yeah.
know, like, yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. It just seems like perpetuating, the same nonsense over and over again. And I think it was I think her name is Cam Rizzy. She had mentioned this, like, that's not gonna break, generational trauma. It's like you have a daughter
Yeah.
now, she's been traumatized by terrible dudes. Um and then guess what? Hurt people end up hurting people. So now the daughter's a traumatized woman, and then she's gonna lay up with Pookie Ray Ray, have some more traumatized kids, and it's just gonna be a never-ending cycle. Um,
Yeah.
so I really do hate that, and I don't know if that's like a black community exclusive. Because I only ever really hear us talking about how we need to go through this and we need to go through that, and it's always something so negative. It's always something so negative.
Yep.
It's just, it's like, do we want to end generational trauma or do we want to just perpetuate it and keep it going?
That's why I just thought the question is, or her answer is a little bit unproductive. It's like, kind of like what you said, it just never ends. So yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. Let me see. I'm gonna jump ahead. I want to get to I want so badly to get to like the real juicy parts, but it's like it's a slow
Yeah.
build. It's a slow
Do
build
it.
because
Yeah.
the conversation it derails like towards the last hour, but it's like you have to build up, like you have to get to know the characters. Cuz it's insane. So, let's go ahead and take a look at this clip from the stream and then we'll continue to do our thing, react to it.
All right.
Read them right. Respectfully, this conversation has two things that I actually see. And Don Quisha, you are not pro-woman. Let me explain why. You are willing to put a woman in the motherfucking oven because her dad did something bad in the past. Y'all are literally willing, y'all are so pro-woman that for y'all to have these revenge fantasies of playboys are going to get where they're going to get, you literally are willing to sacrifice their daughters, right? Which is something that you should be defending because you're pro-woman, just to go at the dad, right? Imagine that you are putting a woman in a position of a man that just want to fucking dump her because you want to get back at the 43-year-old man that was doing some bullshit when he was 25. Y'all are not pro-woman at all. Y'all have these revenge fantasies, and I actually was doing a show about it. Like, y'all show that y'all hatred is stronger than love. Y'all will go to the. You can correct me when I'm wrong. Y'all will do so much more, put so much effort to a revenge plot to fuck up somebody y'all don't like, than actually to say, you know what? Let me put the energy to this person that I love. Go ahead, you have the floor. Uninterrupted.
Yeah, I liked what he said there. I liked what he said there because that does like highlight a bit of the misandry that's kind of like mixed into the conversation.
Yeah, see, I couldn't really articulate myself, but the word revenge fantasy, that's what the question, like, when women kind of get a kick out of, oh, you'll soon have a daughter and she'll go through what you're doing to other women. That's what it gives. It gives like, why are you getting off on that? I don't know. It's kind of strange.
Yeah,
I always
yeah.
thought it was
Exactly, because if you're going to say that you're, pro woman, you want women to succeed, you want women, because we got to remember this is a hypothetical. It's basically asking, do you agree with the idea? It's not saying is this going to happen? Is it not going to happen? Because if we're talking about whether or not it is going to happen, that's a completely different conversation. With this, we're getting our perspective on, do we think it should happen? So if you're saying, yes, it should happen, the daughter should experience a man like her father. And if he's behaving poorly, she should have to go through that so that he can now see the error of his ways. Then, yeah, that's not pro-woman at all, because you're taking away her opportunity to have her own life and experience happiness and all this other stuff, and just because you want to make sure that he gets his, you get your lick back against him, even if it's at the expense of the daughter.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I just, there's a bit of mental gymnastics that happens to try to like justify harming other women for the sake of trying to get back at men. That's why, like, I tend to say that women are some of the most misogynistic people. Like, we hate each other. Even the same women that'll get out here and do all this sister girl this, sister girl that. What are some of your thoughts about like women being misogynistic?
Oh, okay. So sorry, I gotta like keep track of all the freaking buzzwords. So
Oh yeah.
misogynistic means when men hate women or something?
It's just the
Or
hatred
I don't
of
know.
women. So typically it's geared towards like men hating women, but I think that, it's more so about just the hatred of women. So women can be misogynistic just like men can be.
Um, yeah, girl, I freaking study this all over my channel, how women, we are our own worst enemies towards each other. We can be very catty. Um, yeah, I feel like this lady with the white wig or whatever's going on, I just feel like her answer, it did have a bit of a nasty kind of agenda and undertone to it. I don't know. I don't like that. Like,
Yeah, I don't disagree. I don't disagree. She does go into like how I think her children had to suffer or they suffered. And she kind of blames it on her own actions and like the way that she was behaving, that it kind of came, in a sense of karma back on her children. Um,
mm,
and it's like I can understand how people see it that way, but like it's the idea that you think it should happen, right? Like it's just that's the part that gets me.
yeah.
I don't think it should happen. Will it happen? Could it happen? Absolutely. But should it happen? I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. Let innocent folk deal with their own stuff or deal with their own problems that they create for themselves. As far as like the sins of the mother and father karmically affecting the kids, I can't get with that at all.
Well, no, I wanted to say that's very weird. I think I remember her saying that her kids experienced karma because of her. See, this is when spirituality and like religion and all that stuff, it becomes toxic because you actually are in control of giving your kids a better life. So I don't know what she means by her children experience her karma. Like what? No, you're responsible as the parent for giving them, avoiding that for your kids. I don't know. She's too spiritual for me, less logical. I don't like that. It's kind of
You,
toxic.
I like how you put that. I like how you put that because that's so true. Because even if like you are a reformed bad girl or a reformed bad boy, and you have children, it is your job to guide them. It is your job to teach them better. And if you're not doing that, then yes, that's going to have negative consequences. So, yeah, I agree. I think that people want to avoid full accountability, right? So rather than it being okay, well, my past actions, me behaving poorly caused this karmically, as opposed to, well, I didn't raise my kids right to avoid these things or to be better than me. It's another way to try to scapegoat. Even if you want to take partial accountability, you're scapegoating the rest of the accountability.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that point. That's why I said I wish you were on. I know you don't do panels like this, but that's why I want to get your perspective because I didn't even think of it like that. But that's so true.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just would hate to have a mom that thinks like her. Like, I don't know. I could just
Mm,
tell, like, when bad things happen, she blames it on karma. She's that type, or she'll be like, oh, just pray about it. And she takes no like action and authority over her life. I'm sorry. That's the vibe it gives.
yeah, I
So
could
yeah.
definitely see that with like the super spiritual, um, you know,
Yeah,
extremely religious people. Um,
that's toxic.
yeah. Once you go to the extremes of anything, it's gonna be toxic if you're extreme
Hmm.
with it. Let me
Yeah, because
see.
sorry.
No, what were you gonna say?
Like I said, I'm sorry. I'm like low key snacking on some I don't know, veggie snacks, whatever. I was gonna say, like I said, yeah, because when you have kids, it's your responsibility as the parent to give them a better life. Like F all this karma stuff. Like she pissed me off. So yeah.
All right. I'm going to play some more from this and then we're going to jump to the next clip.
Okay. Okay, so check it out. Just
Mic check.
because you're born, you live about, let's say, 100 years and you die, and that's the cycle of life. It is just what it is. I can't change that. So what we're saying, the wise woman is trying to tell you, is that there's a principle, there's a concept, there's a reality called karma. And whatever you put out in the universe typically comes back to you. You put it out, it comes back. It's not that I don't love the little girl. I don't want her to get hurt. But the principle that the ancestors, that biblical text, that everybody understands is whatever you put out, it comes back to you. And we're just validating that reality.
You
I
didn't.
don't want the little girl to get hurt, but if you whoremongering and you doing all this negative stuff, fatty, when it comes back through your daughter or through your mama or through your son or whatever it is, that's just how life does it.
Karma doesn't
I don't
exist.
want the little girl hurt.
Karma,
So
karma
don't
is
ever
mumbo.
think that I'm not pro-woman and pro-girl. I'm speaking to the reality of life. Karma is real. So you sit around and do a lot of evil, it's coming back to you, whether it's through your grandkids, your great-grandkids. So that's what we're speaking about. We don't want the little girl hurt. We're saying do wrong and it's coming back, fatty.
Bounce pass. Karma doesn't exist.
It is real.
There's 3-year-old babies that are going to have cancer in 2 weeks. They didn't do nothing. There's people dying in Palestine. There's people drowning. There's people that never did nothing to nobody, dying every day and going through immense amount of pain. And there's people that are the most ruthless motherfuckers ever, on top of the pyramid, the flying jets, pillaging everything, and literally their family tree literally is gold, is food, is water, is the best experience ever. So once again, I would love y'all to actually be pragmatical, right? Baron Trump's son is not going to suffer because of his death. He's probably going to have a way more easier life than any of us, the son of Mother Teresa, whatever you want to put out there. But like I said, your feelings are more important than reality is. A woman, a daughter, like you have something in the Bible of the father's sins and all that shit.
Yes.
Respectfully, if my dad was a serial killer, what the fuck does that have to do with me? If my woman, right, was a person that put false allegations on Emmett Till, what the fuck does that have to do with me?
Not gonna lie, I agree with a lot of what he said. Yeah, it's just, the thing with like arguments about karma, and I'm not gonna like pretend like I've never used the word karma or said, yeah, people got their karmic justice. But the thing with like saying like karma, then you have to rationalize that with, like he said, children that are born and then, they die almost immediately, and maybe their parents didn't do they haven't done anything wrong, or the people that go out into the world and they're evil and they get everything that they've ever wanted.
Yeah, that's how the world is. That's why I don't know. I'm less, like I said, spiritual and religious, because that's not how the world works. A lot of religious people think, um, you know, how the lady with the white hair thinks, if you put out good, you'll get good back. Sometimes that's not always the case. So I agree with what I think he's making good points.
Yeah, it's just, it's it would be nice, right? If it was like that, right? Good people, good things go to good people. Bad things happen to bad people. It would be lovely if that was the world that we lived in. But if we see like how these politicians are, if we see how, the people that run these mega churches and they're wealthy, but their congregation is all poor. If we see like all these different people that have all this power and influence, and they did entire communities dirty in order to get to that point. It's hard to say that karma is always acting if these people are able to get away with it. It'd be nice if they didn't, but that's, like you said, that's not the world we live in.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree.
Let me see. I'm going to go ahead And fast forward, I want to get to that last hour. I don't want to speed through it
Okay.
because it's a good build, but like that last hour is crazy. And I know you're going to have so much to say about it. Let me jump to the
Yeah, I
next
want to
clip.
see it.
Because
Okay.
I don't think you saw it though. Like you didn't see that last hour.
No, not really. No.
Okay, yeah. I can't wait to get to that part. That's going to be like, girl. Those who were there for the entire stream, they know why I'm laughing. They know why I'm laughing because it's a mess.
They are the strongest woman in the history on the history of mankind. They know what they're doing. It will be actually disservice to them to think they are dumb enough to not actually choose the guy that is doing right for them. You have the chance to rebuttal, and then I want to hear from the
Again, I'll be
bottom of
really
the panel,
quick.
especially the woman.
Again, I'll be really quick, and then I'll pass it. All you did there was prove that women have a naivety about themselves. They're looking for that man to provide and protect, and so they fall for that guy who's flashy, who's got all his shit together, who's 6 foot tall. That's who they want because they think that he's going to be the one that can provide the most. And then what he does is he gets her heart and he holds it in his hand and then he crushes it. And now she's wandering around. Her nervous system is all out of whack, wondering why is his eye always wandering. Right, so you just proved that women can be naive because they're seeking providership and protectorship.
So he's making the argument that, woe is the woman. They don't know any better. When they get Pookie and Ray Ray, they're just naive.
Yeah. Hello?
How do you feel about that? I'm sorry, that triggered me when he was saying that. That was pissing me off.
No, I like what you said. Basically, I was gonna say what you said in response. I think you should play your clip.
Let me see.
To that.
Sure. But that's not what they're looking for. They're looking for the guy that makes you wet. A lot of these guys that have kids are bums.
Make it seem like women
really go out of my way to go fuck with the shit that makes me feel good. I'm not being tricked. I'm not being poisoned. Nobody's tell me to do it. Not Big Pharma, not Jonathan, not nobody. I want to feel good, so I go after this shit because probably I'm a food junkie, right? These one.
Oh my god, this was the part where like the chat was clowning Fatty because he said Amber. It's his accent. He was like saying something about a hamburger, but like his accent was making it sound like hamburger, and the chat would not let that go. Oh my god.
What is he? What accent is this?
I think he's from Portugal, or maybe he's in Portugal. I don't know, but yeah, they were just like,
black?
I think so. I think he might be like Afro Latino. I don't know. I don't know. He's giving Afro Latino. Like that's what I'm guessing, but I don't know. But it was just funny. The chat was just like spamming hamburger. It was killing me.
Women are emotional junkies. They get guys that are very good to them, but don't do nothing for their motherfucking spirits. And there's these motherfuckers that never takes that time, that never show interest, that actually make my emotions boil. So because I'm an emotional junkie, I could go to a vegan restaurant. I could be eating rice, but I want that motherfucker guy that actually make my emotions rile up. So they are not being tricked. They like what they like. And then when they get tired, they go to good old Fatty to take care of them because Fatty has this and has that. Respectfully, if you are a defendant of women, if you support women, we should stop infantilize them. They know exactly what they're doing. Their brains, unfortunately, don't work the way that they should be working. I'll be on mute from now on.
Fatty said the exact word that I was just about to say, infantilizing. See, every single time y'all get out here and make it seem like women are just naive and stupid and don't have any idea that they're choosing Pookie and Ray Ray, they know exactly who Pookie and Ray Ray is and they seek it out. We saw this with the T app. Y'all remember that T app? Where women were going on that app looking for the niggas. They were looking for them. They saw that app as a way to find a man. Women are not slow. And every single time you infantilize women, you keep them stupid. Every single time. Every single time you tell women, well, your nervous system and you're this and you're that, it's just out of whack and it's not, poor baby. It's just, you're keeping women in a position where they're going to continue to make those same mistakes over and over again. That's not love. That's not honesty. Honesty is telling the truth. Okay? You're moving like a hoe. You're dressing crazy as hell. Your attitude is up. That's why you keep running into the same ain't-ish ninjas, because guess what? You are the mirror of exactly that. You're an ain't-ish broad. So every single time we lie to women, and this is why, there was a point early in the conversation that I wanted to say this. Women are some of the most misogynistic folks out there. We hate each other so much that we lie to each other every chance we get. Oh, girl, you look good in that outfit. No one good in that one. She don't look good in that damn outfit. She look a mess. Tell her the truth. Tell her to go change. Put something on. Put a girdle. Tell her the truth. But that's not seen as honesty and love. Honesty and love is telling the truth. So every time you infantilize women, you're not showing us love. You're not making us better. Making us better is telling us the truth. Stop going out there and choosing the ain't-ish dude because you want to have a good time. Think long term. Think about your future. Think about your eggs, how they on a clock. Think about all these things. But the moment you put women into a tiny little box and our brains are in this tiny little box, you're not doing us any services when you do that. So I know you've talked about that on your channel before, as far as like treating women like they're stupid and like they don't know.
Girl, first of all, you were preaching, but yes, that's my pet peeve. I hate to see, like, for example, in the Black community, the baby mama issue. I hate to see that being coddled. I have went off on my channel and had all the baby mamas mad at me. Because I just feel like, yeah, they know exactly what they're doing and who they're picking. They know. Like, it's just they're attracted to their equal, which is, they're toxic, he's toxic, you know. I don't like how people coddle single mothers. I feel like they're coddled too much. A lot of them are stupid and make stupid decisions. Single baby mamas. You know what I mean.
No, I totally feel you. It's just it's crazy because oh my God. It's crazy because women will get out here and talk about how men weaponize incompetence. Have you ever heard women talking about that? Where they feign ignorance and they weaponize incompetence to not do like household chores or to not help out with like the kids. Have you heard women talking about that before?
Girl, yes. I don't know. I'm kind of 50-50 on the discussion. I truly do believe that women are just better at certain things. Same as like men have certain areas they're better at. Wait, what do you think about weaponizing competence? I know you were making a point, but I'm just curious.
No, I feel you. I do think that and the point that I actually want to make. People in general do that. So I find it interesting that women will complain about men doing it when it comes to housework, but when it comes to posting crazy stuff on the internet, which we'll get into later in the stream, choosing Pookie and Ray Ray, women will say the same thing. They will feign ignorance. They will, weaponize incompetence in order to not be accountable for the choices that they're making. So I think people in general do that. I just think that when women complain about it, it's the pot calling the kettle black, because you're feigning ignorance. You're weaponizing incompetence when you say, well, I didn't know that, spreading my cootie cat all over the internet was going to keep me from a husband. I didn't know that he was Pookie and Ray Ray.
That's a good point. That's my pet peeve. Like, I can't stand when women just act like they don't know how they ended up in the situations that they are in.
Exactly. Yeah. But it's like, and I know he's playing like devil's advocate. They kind of said that earlier in the stream. So I don't think he actually believes the stuff that he was saying. I'm talking about Mr. Chosen, Jonathan. I don't think he actually believes most of the things that he's saying, because earlier in the stream, they hinted at him being like, I don't know, like a counterpoint. Like he's just going to be arguing the counterpoint to like the red pill perspective. But what he was saying was crazy as hell, but I have heard other men say crazy stuff like that before, where they try to like,
Yeah.
the women don't take it out on them. They don't know any better. They don't know any better.
Oh,
It
I
kind of
hate
reminds
that.
me. It kind of reminds me of like liberal white people and what they do to like black folks. Oh my God, they can't
Yeah.
have IDs. They don't know how to get
Oh,
IDs so that they can vote. They
I
don't know
know.
what a
Yeah,
computer is.
it's disrespectful. It's basically showing that they think you're stupid.
Pretty much. Pretty much. That's exactly what it is. Because they don't go around saying that their fellow, if we're talking about like the politics, they don't go around telling their fellow white people, hey, you don't know what a computer is, so let me help you with that. You don't know what this and
Yeah,
that and the third is.
exactly.
It's crazy, but folks fall for it. Hook, line, and sinker. Let me see. I'm gonna skim through this and find the next clip. Okay, I think it's about here. Let me see.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
What?
that's
people are.
crazy. So why
Nah,
should
that's
he?
I'm
So
gonna say this because I really didn't get to answer the question, but I'm gonna say this.
Yes, you did.
Oh, okay. I need to rewind this a little bit. I think I was too far. I went too far back. Let me see.
educated,
Oh,
wise
man.
man giving you this advice.
Oh shit.
Wait, no, I need to go
We're
back
gonna
a little
have-
bit further.
Hey Queen, just 1 second. I actually want to ask Bella and Cammy,
Yes.
who pays for the first 3 dates?
Oh God.
The man,
Yeah,
What about you,
anything-
Cammy?
my Milton, or
Huh?
I would prefer the guy. I would prefer the guy for the first date. Yeah.
So
I mean, I would bring my
I didn't
money
answer.
in case, but I would expect
So
him.
these advice is not like y'all don't like his advice that a woman should pay for the first 3 dates, so
That's
the man
wild.
doesn't feel entitled to anything from her. You don't like that advice?
I definitely.
You pay for a
I
month.
get the idea of it, but like if you keep paying on it, then you might get used to that and then don't want to pay.
Oh no.
I'm so sick of these people. You know, oh,
Hey, she said this. I'm not paying because he might get used to it, and then I have to pay forever.
Hey, and guess what else? Fatty? Rizzy. Hey, are you Rizzy? Are you giving yourself this advice, or is a educated, wise man giving you this advice?
Oh shit.
That's you giving yourself that advice. But if you have a real father in your life that's telling you how the game goes in this modern day era, this is how it works. And when he comes to you, don't be salty if he says, well, you know what? If you want to keep operating like friends like this, I'm gonna probably step.
Hey man,
It ain't this the truth about it.
we created the monster.
And I'm gonna respect his decision. His decision.
So you say y'all, so your daughter, so y'all not teaching. Hold on, Queasy, real quick. So y'all not teaching y'all daughters to pay for the date?
Yeah, that's what I
No.
was gonna say, Ali.
No.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's
That's
crazy. So why should he?
I'm
So
gonna say this because I really didn't get to answer the question, but I'm gonna say this.
Yes, you did.
No,
so
I
why?
didn't.
What
hadn't
makes
said
okay? No,
anything.
but when y'all
I
have
just
daughters,
did.
because I know, hold on, I know y'all gonna raise y'all sons to treat a woman just like y'all want a man to treat y'all. I know that for a fact. Y'all gonna make them a simp, probably, right? Why should a man marry your daughter? What is the benefit that y'all gonna teach y'all daughters? What are the traits, the skills? What are you gonna teach your daughters? To
Wait, so I didn't want to stop this because I found it very interesting how the immediate point was you're going to raise your son to be a simp. This kind of goes back to what I was saying earlier about how folks in the chat were kind of being slow when it came to the original question, should a man's daughter experience the type of man that he was? And then the conversation started off with, well, the man isn't ish. And I kind of skipped over this, but Ali had said something about that. Oh, you guys jump to the negative. Why the man being negative? You always jump to that. But it's interesting because that's exactly what he did just now. You're gonna raise your son to be a simp. That's jumping to the negative.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I just think that like when men, I just think what he said is kind of a turn on. Like it's just an ick for me. Like oh
How
my God.
so?
I don't see. I don't like that side of red pill where it's like they want the woman, they got all the expectations for the women, but then the man should do nothing in return or he's a simp. Like I just can't stand that word simp. I don't like the word simp. I don't like the word pick me. I don't like those words. Um, I feel like it ruins dating and I feel like it's okay to be a simp for the right person. I think men need to address how when y'all do simp, you simp for 304s and the wrong person. I don't know. I don't know. I said I didn't really care for these guys on this panel. So, wait, what do you think?
Yeah, I think that's very interesting. When it comes to like the word simp, um, I agree. It's one of those buzzwords that definitely gets overused, just like pick me.
Yeah.
And I think that sometimes it gets conflated, right? So like, and I don't know if they do this because I don't watch the panel that often to know like everyone's backstory. Like I don't really know. But I think for some, they will see a man treating his woman right. And if they don't see what the woman is doing, right, even if she's doing all the things she's supposed to do, if it's not shown or mentioned right away, they'll immediately jump to, oh, he's a simp. Because if I were to describe like, how well Justin takes care of me, and if I don't mention the things I do that are reciprocal, then they'll immediately jump to, oh, well, he's a simp. But it's like that's not, you haven't even gotten the full conversation, the full outlook on what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just
Girl,
folks are
yeah.
quick. Folks are so quick to
Like,
just jump for those titles.
I think that bitter people, I don't know if he's single or whatever, but I find that a lot of single bitter people tend to, like, if a woman is doing what she needs to do for her man, you're a pick me. The man doing what he needs to do for his women, you're a simp. Like, grow up, bro. Like, I don't know. I don't like that. So, yeah.
Yeah, I don't disagree. The term definitely gets overused. And I do think that there are men where that word does apply. The
Yeah, I
negative
just,
connotation. Like I agree that it
sorry.
does apply for some, but it doesn't apply for like all men that take care of their woman, because if he's doing that like you
Exactly.
said, if he's doing that for his woman that's doing right by him, then what exactly is the issue?
Yeah, see, that's what I wanted to say because I believe even on my channel, I think I've used the word simp to describe like when it's accurate, when you are like treating the freaking midnight ballerina like she's your girlfriend. Have you ever heard of men doing that? Okay, that's not a man doing for his partner. Like, get out of my face, bro. I could never be on this channel. Like, they would piss me off. Like, I just don't like bitter people. I can't stand bitter people. Like, use the word appropriately. There are like pick me's out there and simps, but y'all overuse it. You call anybody that shows any type of love to the opposite gender that they're attracted to simp or pick me.
Yeah.
So,
And that kind of goes into the point that like when it comes to like the super pro women feminist content and then the super red pill content, it's just two sides of the same bitter coin. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like they're both bitter against the other sex and they make the same complaints about each other, but it's like you're getting who you are, you know? The unwillingness to compromise, the unwillingness to give, shaming other
exactly.
people in your sex for giving, for loving. Like it is extremely bitter.
Preach. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm really happy that you helped me articulate my thoughts Because yeah, I feel like what you said, there's simps out there, but you said it perfectly for me. It's just it gets overused. Like y'all would see my man and okay, he bought me like a phone. You know, he does nice things for me. Is he a simp? Like, get out of here. Like, bye. Okay. That's all I gotta
Exactly,
say.
right? You cook for your man. You're a pick me.
See?
You
No, but they
actually enjoy
literally do.
sex with your man. You're a pick me.
No, seriously. You know what, girl? Okay, let me tell you something. I actually wanted to do a video on this because whatever you call me, I'm just gonna own it. I'm here to like argue against what you're calling me. So, you know, they used to call me a pick me. Okay, fine, I'll be a pick me. I used to tell them like I'm happy I got picked by my man. He's a good man. Now what? What else do you have? Whatever you're calling me, I'm gonna accept it. I don't care. And they stopped
Uh,
calling me that. They don't call me that anymore. Like not on my channel at least. So yeah, it worked.
you just start owning it. Just like, black people, we did it with the N-word. We try to own it.
Yeah. No, it works though, girl. They don't call me that no more on my channel.
Because it's not
Because
it's not
all
a
I'm
diss.
yeah, like they want me to be like, no, please, please, I'm not. I don't care. Like what?
Exactly.
Wrong. I'm happy to be picked by my man. Like what?
Exactly. I'd rather be a pick me. Well, actually, a picked past tense because it's already happened. A picked me than
That's
a
what
skip me or a pass me or
that's what I
a.
say. Oh yeah, and then I started calling them skip me's, and then they girl, they shut up. They don't call me a pick me anymore in all of my videos. And I examine their lives. Let's look at your life. You wish you were me being picked and treated the way you wish you had a man to tend to, but you can't because they all run off. So
Ooh,
yeah.
that's why I love that video that you did on like those relationship coaches or those feminist women. I think I don't know this woman, but she was like super pro feminist and then she popped out with a husband. I
Girl,
loved that video that you did.
I love that video too.
She's
I was
saying, I
having a
don't believe in
blast.
marriage. Why would you want to marry a man? By the way, you guys, I'm married. I'm getting married. Like, bitch, what?
Just a joke, a freaking joke. A lot of these girls are a joke and they swear they're trying to bully somebody. You could never bully me. I bully them right back. And then they shut up.
I love it. I love it because they expect folks to just allow them to just talk crazy to them, and that's like kind of like a
Exactly.
YouTube social media thing. Like if you're a content creator, and you're putting content out there, people feel as though they could just say whatever it is that they want to you, and you're supposed to just take it on the chin. But no, we clap back. We clap
Girl,
back.
yeah, we're not like typical YouTubers that like I'm not the bigger person. If you go low, I'm going
I love when like you post a video and then maybe like a few hours later you come back with another one clapping back at the comments. I love that.
oh my God, my hubby, he loves those too.
It'd be
He
so
be egging me
real.
on to do. Yeah, he's the one like you ain't gonna respond though.
Well, I'm glad
So
he
yeah,
does that because those videos are so funny. They're always so funny to me.
thank you.
But this part is where it starts to go left. Like there were like two different instances where the conversation went left. This was the first one. And it happened with Bella because y'all will see. Let me just play it.
To do for this man to give him a reason to be with your daughters? Like, what did your daughter have to do? All the women on the panel, I'd love to answer. What did your daughter bring into the? What does she bring into the table?
My daughter knows that as a woman, you're gonna have to be something for the man to want to be with you in a way that he desires to.
Which is
So you treat a man like a king. Treat him like he's
How?
deserving.
What is that?
Stop doing that shit. That's so ridiculous.
What is that? What Bella? What is
Okay,
king
hold on,
treatment?
hold on. I'm hold on. You asked
Oh,
me.
y'all gonna struggle with this one. I know y'all lost.
You asked me a
the answer, Ali. We got
yes,
the
you
answer.
asked me a question. I'm giving my opinion in what I do. That's what was asked of me, right? So that's what I'm explaining.
No, that's not what. No, I'm asking. What are you gonna teach her? Listen.
Okay,
We're
that's what
both.
I'm explaining.
Let's say we're gonna put sons and daughters out in the market. Everybody knows what to tell their sons and what to do. We already know. He got to protect and provide. He got to be respectful. He got to open the door. He got to do everything. He got to be a sucker. He got to be a simp. He got to give his whole life to her.
But what
What?
does that make?
Hold on, Bella. Hold on, Bella.
Look at this.
Hold on, Bella. What? Why should a man? What are you going to teach your daughter for this man to want to be with your daughter or marry your daughter? What are you going to teach her?
What I've already taught her?
No.
Not what I'm going to teach her.
Speak in general. Let's speak in
She
general.
already said she already
Yes,
gave
yes,
this.
please, Melanie, because I want to speak in
She
general.
gave this.
The king.
I'm going to teach her to treat her man like a king.
No, she should treat her man with respect. And that's what anybody teaching their
That's all we get respect.
Can I answer the question, please?
Bella, 1 second. Bella. Oh my God. Like, I actually should have kids.
I want to ask Bella a question, Fatty.
I actually should have kids.
I'm trying to answer the question. I keep
you are going to have time. I should have kids. I should have kids to teach our kids.
No, you can't do that.
I should have kids to do a school to teach y'all kids. You telling your daughter to treat a guy that she dating like a king is the most dangerous bullshit that you could ever teach your daughter. Just like you teaching your son to treat a random girl she dating like a queen is the most dangerous shit that you can explain to God to do. You know what happens? Yes, sir. Yes, miss. Let's do this. Let's do that. No. What the fuck? Like, these platitudes of advice that y'all give is going to make your daughter fall in love with the wrong guy, treat him like a king, and all of a sudden you are a grandma because she was listening to mommy and she was listening to every order this man has to say. And the same thing with a man. If you say to a man, treat her like a queen, he's going to become a simp and he's going to do shit he shouldn't do. Stop giving platitude advice. Please give. I will let you finish with this. Practical advice. No karma, no manifestation, no king and queen. Practical things that your kids can listen and say, okay, I should put a condom on. That's good. Let's go, please,
Okay,
Bella.
so
No
can I finish now?
Go ahead. Sure.
Okay. One thing I'm gonna say before I say anything else. I'm respectful. I sit here. I be quiet. And I speak when it's time for me to speak. And when I'm asked a question, I answer the question. I don't like to interrupt anybody. I do not do that. But I find myself doing that.
I don't need to hear it. You're on my show.
Listen,
Before,
hon,
I don't need to hear that. Before the show started, Ilkan Ali told every single one person on this conversation, if Melanie, Ali, or Fatty interrupt you for 1 minute, stop so we can order the house. Did he say that or not? So you as a traditional woman that know her place and know how to maneuver among men, when people give you an instruction, follow the instruction. I already gave you the microphone. You don't have to explain us nothing about nothing. Please tell us what.
Fatty, okay.
Don't make it more difficult than it is. Please.
No,
Go ahead and answer
I'm
the
going
question.
to answer the question. I teach my children the way that they should be taught and the way that they should go up and become people, human beings. And if you want, if you're going to do, you respect people. So if you're gonna, if you give people respect. So with that being said, she meets somebody. She finds somebody that she likes, somebody that she wants to deal with, treat them with respect. That's the overall thing.
Hold on before you say anything.
But if you're in a relationship with that person and they are treating you like a queen, you give them that same treatment.
Hey, this is I changed my mind. I'm not having kids anymore. This is what y'all have to deal every day.
Come on, Fatty.
It's a very simple conversation on a good communication level with two grown-ups over 30. Please tell me, is water liquid or solid? It's not.
Okay. So this was like the first time like the conversation really went left. And I want you guys to keep in mind that the title of the stream, or the title of this this type of stream, is Ladies First.
Girl,
that's the name of the stream. Is Ladies First.
the
Um
irony.
yeah,
Wait, who's
so
going? You?
yeah, what do you think about like that whole like crash out that didn't need, like, I want to hear your perspective first.
Girl, I hold on. I'm sorry. I need to just collect my thoughts. Like, I think I remember seeing this in real time. I was so put off specifically by the men's behavior, specifically with this dude fatty on the screen. I don't know who he was. I don't know him. I don't ever want to get to know him. He doesn't seem like a pleasant person at all. First of all, for something to be called a ladies first panel, can you let the woman talk? My goodness. And it's like he's so like almost like I get like a I don't know him, but I wouldn't be surprised if he was like narcissistic because there's lots of ego, power. He just is having a power trip. Like I don't like when whatever he is, red pillars, when they do that, when they bring women on and then they're not responding exactly how you want them to respond. I think the question was if you want the guy to simp, what should the woman be doing? And she said, well, I think the question was like, what would you tell your daughter to do for a man that would be simping for your daughter? And she answered and said, she would tell her daughter to treat him like a king. Like, yeah, I mean, that's a good enough answer. Like, but I guess that wasn't good enough for him. And he's like, no, you need to explain more. I just don't like those types of conversations. I feel like it's just like who nobody talks like this to people in real life. It's just very like internet thugging energy. Like I don't know. I just no. It was a no for me, girl. It was a no for me. I'm sorry. What did you think though?
Okay, so like I said, I try to have like a nuanced perspective on things because I also can understand, because they host this show a lot, like not just the Ladies First, they host panels very often, so I can understand getting fatigued over time and then having that spill out into other conversations when it doesn't need to be there. You know what I'm saying?
Is that what it
um
is?
that's what I'm guessing, because prior to the stream, when they were kind of like laying out the rules and stuff like that, already kind of seemed a little bit irritated. And so, it's just like, I think for some folks, burnout is real. If I've been dealing with, like, let's say I've been dealing with irritating people at work, and then I clock back in right before my vacation and I'm just like, I'm sick of it. So I can understand, I can understand like how they were probably on edge with talking to the different people on the panel. But I also agree that if the panel is going to be ladies first, then there should be more room for the women to kind of correct each other, because you had like different perspectives. Like I think me, Melanin, and then Cam, Rizzy, I think we were more so like-minded. And then Bella, I think she's kind of like in the middle, like on both sides. But then also you had Queen and then Anne, which were more on like the feminist, pro woman type of side. So it's like we would have gotten into those corrections on our own, I feel like. But I think, like I said, when it comes to like being a moderator, especially for a panel like this, it's very difficult because like you're dealing with a lot of different strong personalities, and if you're dealing with that on a consistent basis, it can be a bit much, and then people get on edge, and then they might not be their best self in moments like that. So I just want to try to be fair, but I do agree that it was very heavy-handed. You know what I mean? And I feel like a lot of this could have been avoided with just clarifying what it is that you wanted, without it being like without trying to make it funny. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think like when we're on the internet, and we're trying to get better information out of other folks. And I've done this before too. So I'm not saying I'm better than anybody, but when you're asking someone to clarify their point, yeah, we want to be entertaining, but if we genuinely want them to express themselves and be clear about what it is that we want them to answer, then we can do that without being funny. I think that's what was rubbing Bella the wrong way from my perspective. They could have just told her like, hey, be a little bit, without being funny, without, doing all the rah-rah along with it. Just be more specific about actionable things that you're going to teach your daughter to do. Specifics. Or even, because he does end up giving examples, but it's like it's already blown up. Like it's already like hostile. You get what I'm saying?
Girl, yes. You explained a lot for me because you had said, okay, so thank you for explaining because I don't do the panel thing. Like, I don't watch panels. It's just for me, panels are very overstimulating. Everybody talking at once, everybody's arguing. It's just kind of corny to me. So I kind of see why you said he was more so focused on the entertainment of it. It was entertaining rather than just talking to her like a regular human being. Like, what's the issue? I didn't know that he does all of these streams all the time because, okay, from my perspective as a person that never have seen any of these people before, it looks crazy. It's like, bro, what's the issue? Like, why can't you just talk to these people like a normal person? But I guess he has burnout, like you said. But I still don't think that's a good enough excuse. I don't really make excuses for people. Like, I don't care if you do this all the time. You need to talk like you got some sense. Because I would, if it was me up on there, girl, I would have left. I don't know. Like, who are you talking to? I'm sorry.
No, I
Like,
feel you.
I feel these girls are single and they enjoy like any type of like interaction from men. I think that that's the case. Personally, like, I don't like. I got a man. I don't need this. I don't know. I would have. Yeah.
No, I totally get you. And yeah, it's not an excuse. I can see how it's coming off as an excuse. I'm just like trying to explain where the behavior probably comes from, right? Where it comes from, the
Yeah.
factors that kind of lead into it. At the end of the day, that's still right, like a choice. You know what I mean? It's still something that you choose to do. But I can see how it leads up to that. I can see how it leads up to that. But yeah, it's just, I think with panels like this, because I've been on panels like this before. When I first started doing YouTube, the panels I was on was very much so like this. And it's funny that you said, I got a man, I don't need to be doing this. When I got my man, girl, I stopped really doing panels.
Really?
Yes,
know
I
what I'm
really wasn't doing panels.
I'm telling you. That's
It's just,
funny.
yeah, it's funny that you had said that because that's exactly what happened. Like, I got together with Justin and then I just slowly just stopped doing panels because my thing is, I'm not arguing with first of all, I'm not arguing with a broad either, but I'm definitely not going to sit over here and argue with men. We're not about to be shouting at each other. We're not about to be doing any of that because at the end of the day, if you say something crazy to me that's like completely out of pocket or you threaten me, then now you've activated my man. And now he has to take time from his breadwinning to go handle something that I personally just don't want to put my man in that position. That's why I don't argue with men online. I don't argue with broads online. I don't argue with anybody online like that. So, but I do want to
Yeah.
address one of the comments and shout out to Fatty for being in the stream. You had said something along the lines of why didn't you correct in real time? Well, one thing, I think you were saying that when Blunt Girly was talking, she wasn't on the stream. That's me. Maybe our voices do sound a little similar. I don't think we sound similar, but so and also a point to be made as far as like being able to correct in real time. The environment on the stream and I could say this to your face as well. This isn't like, I'm not one of those people where I'll just like be on my channel and I'll just say whatever, and then when I'm in your face I'll say something different. I enjoy being on the stream. You know, I've been on streams like this before that have gotten even way more disrespectful than this. So it's like, I did enjoy the stream. Being a critical thinker or sitting back and you know, analyzing it, the environment isn't that open to correct in real time, right? So like, if you try to interject, especially as a woman, if you try to interject at the wrong moment, then you're going to get hit with, well, you're a woman and you need to be quiet right now. You know, and that's one of the issues that I do have with like these relationship panels, because oftentimes they conflate like real life relationship dating dynamics with being on a panel and being co-hosts or co-workers. Because when I'm on a panel, I see every other content creator as a co-worker. And there's a level of respect that I'm going to give you, you know, blanket, regardless if you're younger than me. I'm not going to treat you differently because you're younger than me. You know, I'm not going to treat you different because you're a man, or treat you different because you're a woman. But with these relationship panels, they establish that, you know, men are the leader, you're the submissive. I'm supposed to be submissive to you in the stream because I'm a woman, but it's like we're coworkers, right? If we're going to have an open dialogue and talk about these things, then some of that, like, you need to submit to me, shouldn't really be there, because we're coworkers. We should be on the same plane. Now, as far as like being the moderator and this being your stream, yes, you do have more control, as you should, because it's your stream. How you handle that power, how you wield that power really does like direct the energy of the entire panel. Because if your energy is hostile, that's going to affect how other people's energies are, because that type of energy, now Bella had that hostile energy. And it's just like, it doesn't necessarily have to be that way. You know what I'm saying?
No, I know exactly what you're saying. I feel like if you did step up and intervene, we already know how it was gonna go. You would get treated like how they treat all the other girls doing that on the panel. Like, what? I don't know, child. I just like, come on, critically think. Like, just try to critically think, okay? That's all I gotta say.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just, you know, and that's why, like, most of the time with panels like this, I'm gonna wait my turn. I'm not gonna, you know, I try not to do the shouting match to get the mic. I try not to do
Yeah.
that. I raise my hand a lot. That's just how I am. But, you know, as far as, you know, calling out every little thing that I see, one, it would just, I don't know. It could derail the stream, and then we're talking about something that we don't need to be talking about right then and there. Um, it's just, it's like you gotta pick and choose your battles. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to pick and choose your battles when it comes to like being on panels like this, okay? What do I want to use my mic time for? And sitting here trying to tell you how to run your stream is just not, I, I recognize the vibe and then I acquiesce to that vibe. Or if it's extremely disrespectful, I will leave. So like, that's my perspective. I just kind of go with the flow, and the environment that was established from me, you know, observing, I acquiesce to that. I wasn't going to sit here and over talk the mods. I wasn't going to sit here and do that. So you get what I'm saying? Like,
No,
that's just how
saying
I
you
get down.
perfectly. You handled it how I would have handled it in the same way. Like, I'm check another man that's not affiliated to me. What? Like, I would have been quiet too. Like, what question is that? That's why I said, like, just use your head and you'll find the answer. But a lot of
Yeah.
people are just, very all emotional. They struggle doing that, as we can see.
Yeah. And I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna this stream is very, like, his streams do very good. Like, they're very popular. And I'm not going to come into your ship and tell you, this is what you need to do. No, I'm going to acquiesce to it. And if I have feelings about it, it is what it is. I'm on my platform now. I'm say how I feel about it. But if that's how your ship wants to be ran, then run your ship. Okay? I'm not going to tell you to change direction because whatever you're doing works for you. Okay? It works for that community.
I was gonna say, yeah, the ship that he's running is extremely chaotic and disorderly. He wants you to come in and be the order. This is not your panel. And there's no space for you to even do that. If you try to do that, they would have, probably called you a hyena and, painted you out to kind of look that way. And that's why I said in the first place, they put besides yourself, it was a couple of ladies who were like very classy and logical on this stream. But other than that, I feel like they know exactly who they're putting on streams like these. I have never been approached to be on a stream because I think I give off a vibe like this just would never fly with me. I'm sorry, like the way he's talking to some of the other girls. That's why I said I think a lot of them are slow. Like Bella, she gives me a slow vibe, if I'm being honest. I don't know who that is, so I'm sorry. I'm sorry if y'all like that girl. I'm just reviewing unbiasedly. She seems slow to me. The way she answers questions, the way she lets people talk to her. That's why I said I think they know that these girls are slow and they purposely bring them on. So yeah.
Well, I think that, people shouldn't be necessarily mad if that's how they're coming across, right? And this actually is part of the conversation that happens later on in the stream about being self-aware. And it's not necessarily like, oh, well, I'm just trying to be mean. But if that's how you're coming across, if that's what's being, relayed to other people, then I mean, that's nothing to be mad at. I'm sure people have their perspectives about me as soon as I open my mouth, and they could be good or bad. And that's fair because that's their interpretation. That's how they're experiencing me. I'm not outside of my body. So I can't tell yay or nay. This is how you should see me. This is how you should see me. So,
Yeah.
But most people don't think that way. So they would hear, somebody might hear you say that about them, and then they get mad or angry. But it's like it's not the other person's fault that that's how you come across. You know what I'm saying? Let me see.
Was there anything? What else are they saying? Bring it on.
But no, Fatty, if I was up here by myself, I would totally bring you on. But out of respect for my co-host for tonight, she doesn't really do streams with other men. Just so out of respect for my good sis, my co-host. But if you did want to have a conversation at another time, we definitely could. Like I said, I don't have an issue with saying things to people's faces. If you take issue with anything that I'm saying now, I'm completely open to having a conversation directly. I this is a reaction to the stream, and we're kind of vibing off of each other and just talking about the reaction. It doesn't mean that I think the stream was horrible. Doesn't mean that I wouldn't want to come back or anything like that. I enjoyed myself. However, this is just a reaction to what happened. Let me see. I want to get to the juice. You know what? I'm just going to skip to the juicy part because I really, really want to get your perspective on this. And quick side note for I forget who said this in the chat. Well, you could have just raised your hand. I raised my hand several times throughout the stream, and because everyone was kind of fighting for the mic, more times than not, raising your hand didn't get you the floor. So I definitely did try to raise my hand throughout because I don't like interrupting folks. Like I don't like doing that. I like the raise my hand and then you give me the floor. You let me know when I can speak, especially since this isn't my platform. I try to wait to be spoken to. In some instances, you're not able to do that. You kind of have to just insert yourself. But for the most part, I did try to do the whole raising the hand thing. It didn't quite work. Maybe the tensions were just too high. I don't know. Um, let
I'm,
me
I
see.
you tried to talk like so many times. Even the chat was like, let her talk, let her talk. There was no, the way you ran the chat, there was no space like that. So, um, I don't know. Like to me, I don't know who this fatty person is, but he just seems very more on the emotional side, less logical side. These are questions that you can just answer yourself if you just relax and understand that we're just reacting to streams. I'm a content creator. She is too. We don't, I mean, I don't know you personally, and I don't care to get to know you personally at all. I would never want to get to know you personally. So you can talk to Sandra, but me, I'm good. All right.
Yeah, so just out of
Like,
respect for my co-host. But like I said, Fatty, if you want to like jump on live at a different time where it's just you and me, that's perfectly fine. I'm open to it. But I did want to get to the juicy, like the really juicy part of the stream, because this part I really want your perspective on, Blunt Girly, because this was a whole mess, and this kind of doubles back to the original clip that I showed, with this lady right here, and you know, the side chick. How
oh
did I be a
wow.
better side chick? Oh my god,
Yeah,
I
like,
just can't with it.
nah, I think she's trolling.
Yeah, like it's just I find it hard to believe that that's really her. I feel like that's just let me put on an act for the internet, because the inner woman in me doesn't want to believe that that's really her. I want to believe that she's better than that, but she's just putting on that act to get internet clout. I don't know. But I think this is the beginning of the downfall of the stream.
So you can keep the narrative of saying all men ain't ish. So when you get a loving man, why not love him back instead of mistreating him? So the narrative of all men ain't ish stays true. This is what happens normally in most relationships. You gonna disrespect, run over, talk over, and try to make your man be your woman, and then you call him a bitch and leave.
And that's terrible because it actually does end up harming women in the long term. We do need y'all. And the issue is, don't you hear that it's trauma? It's not that she doesn't need you. She's afraid to be abandoned again and again and again. So she puts on this tough exterior as a guard.
Yeah, if you're afraid of me, you be quiet when I tell you to be quiet.
And Fatty keeps. And I'm gonna tell you this, with all great love and respect. Are you trying to be a 304? Or are you trying to be a wife? See?
Obviously, I want. Obviously, I want to be a man's wife, but that requires me.
You don't have to give context. I didn't need for no context.
Hey,
I'm gonna tell you this: when a man, and that's why Fatty keeps trying to help you, because we respect you, we like you, we want you to do better. Let me land. You're doing the opposite of what you're supposed to be doing as a wife. That's what we told them. Soon as y'all say you a wife and you submissive, and then you come on a panel and talk over men and try to make everything about you, you already tell a man you all about yourself and attention. You attention seeking. You want all eyes on me, like Tupac. The things we telling you is, if you want that man, if a man turns to your IG and goes, dang, look how she dressing, look how she twerking, look how she dancing, look how she promoting herself. Let me finish. And you cannot come on the panel and speak on other women when you're not demonstrating the behaviors you saying you claim to be a marriageable wife or a woman who's looking for a husband. You're not demonstrating those behaviors. So
now, just a little background, because I skipped over this part, but earlier in the stream, Fatty had talked about how women need to shut up. You know, when you're, you know, dealing with your man, especially like if it's a difficult situation and he's trying to figure out a problem, that, you know, yapping and negging and nagging and all that other stuff, you just shut up. And she was agreeing with that women should be able to shut up. That's just context for why this was as crazy as it was. But I am gonna let it play a little bit more, unless you had something you wanted to say right now.
No, I'm trying to follow.
Okay.
You can't co-sign with us when the women are doing something that's unmarriageable while you still doing things that's unmarriageable to be performative, and it's not going to work that way. That's why Fatty keeps trying to. No, you're doing it right now. You're doing it right now.
I'm not dismissing you.
You are. Why you interrupt me? If you're a cooperative, submissive, wholesome woman that's ready to be a wife while men are watching and go, hey, maybe that's my wife. Why should a man marry you while you interrupting the man, telling you to stop doing the things that's gonna keep you from getting a husband?
I want to listen. I want to listen from our Anne. And are you going to start posting like a wife instead of a streetwalker?
Hell no.
I'm going to say something really. Obviously, I want to be mindful of what men find attractive, so I can change that. But I want to be clear. If we are being a wife is something that you are trained from day one to be. It is not something that you become because you have a ring. A lot of these wives are still sliding in DMs and still doing 304 behavior just with their work husband. Know about it. My point being is the only reason why I think women push back is because it feels like you don't see the value in who we are as people. It feels like you just see us as a utility. That is why you're hearing this. There is a fear that you're not respecting us as just people.
No, and no, 1 second. Can you repeat exactly what you said? Repeat exactly what you said.
You are a wife before you are a wife. There are plenty of women who perform to get the ring, but they're still doing God knows what with their work husbands. But they're wives.
No. Repeat the last part. About men treating you like what?
Oh, like we're not people.
Okay, so Anne, I'm going to do this right then. Tell me what the man sees when he sees this.
Yo, Fatty, come on, bro.
Hey, Cammy, watch your mouth.
He sees his.
Hey, Anne, when a man goes to your Instagram and he says, "Oh, she pretty," and all that, tell me what happens when a man that actually was thinking that he was going to take you seriously see you giving you a wedgie to yourself to the point where literally your coochie.
I wasn't giving myself a wedgie.
Okay, girl.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. I'm always right. I said like it kind of gave mental illness. That video definitely confirmed it. Like I think she's just not really in her right mind. What do you think?
Oh my goodness. Like, you know, I've talked about this a lot on my channel. I can't stand a hypocrite. That's why I go so hard in the paint when it comes to people like ABBA. I don't like hypocrites, okay? Blatant hypocrites. I think we all have a little bit of hypocrisy in ourselves, but when it's blatant like that, it's really annoying. So, to get on this panel and try to co-sign being a good woman and yeah, women need to shut up and this, that, and the third, but then you moving like this, these are the type of things that you're posting. You know, you don't know how to let someone finish what they have to say before you interrupt them. It's just, I don't like a hypocrite, and that's what it came off as. And not just that, I agree. The video is giving mental illness because there's no way you looked at that video and was like, you know what, this is it, and then posted it.
Well, yeah, it's one thing to do a dancing video, but like you're not even good at it. So that's for me, it's like, yeah, it's kind of giving. She's not all the way right up there in the head.
Yeah,
Because
it's
what was
just,
that? I thought it was
it's a
gonna be some
mess.
like twerking. Like, what the hell is that?
It's a
And I
mess.
didn't know she was like that either, but okay.
It's just,
Anyway,
you know, I just,
sorry, what you
it's the other part of like playing dumb about it, because they're asking her, what do you think, you know, a marriage-minded man is going to think when he sees that video? And she's playing dumb about what a marriage-minded man is going to think. Like, what do you think a man, and I'm asking you directly, like, what do you think a marriage-minded man is going to think of that video? Let me roll it back.
Yes. Are you gonna roll it back? Okay.
I'm not gonna play the actual video, but just like,
Okay.
wait, where is it? Yeah, without it being too vulgar. What? I'm sorry, Ollie's facial expression. I'm sorry. I feel like that was all of our faces when we were seeing this video. But like, what do you think a marriage-minded man is? What's going through his mind looking at that video?
I think, yeah, this is on her social media? Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, it's just a lot to process. I'm just gonna stand on what I said. I think that most men would perceive her as a bit loony in the head. That's what it is. They wouldn't take her seriously. They would just, smash and keep it pushing. I think that's how men would treat her. She's not, I don't see her getting a ring anytime soon. How about you?
Yeah, it's just, the part that irritates me is the playing dumb about it. Because later on she's gonna say that she posted it because she was just feeling good about her body. And it's just like, no, when you post something on social media, you're eliciting a specific type of response from an audience. And if I got if you could see the imprint of my vagina in the video,
Yeah.
like, what type of attention do you think is going to come from that? Where people can see the imprint of your vagina?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm never mind. I'm just gonna be quiet. I zoomed in. Zoomed in.
It's just,
Mm. I don't know if she was built like that, but okay.
yeah, it's just, it's unfortunate. But this goes back to what I was saying about women being infantilized, because that puts a battery in their backs to play dumb when it comes to posting stuff like that. Because then they'll say, well, I didn't know that it was going to be perceived this way. I didn't know that. I just
Oh
thought it was a
yeah.
cute video of me dancing. Like, stop infantilizing yourself, broad. You know exactly. You're a grown woman. I'm sure you've done grown things. You know exactly what that video communicates.
Yeah, she was trying to be sexy. Us women, we know what we're doing. I always say that.
Exactly. Exactly. We are a lot more, thought out than men give us credit, and then we play dumb about it. We think about the
Yeah.
outfit. We think about the angles. We think about the lighting. We think about all these things. So you're not going to convince me that the goal wasn't to try to get male attention, or because you knew it looked crazy and you knew people were going to say it was crazy. It's just, I don't know. I don't know. But ask me if the video's still up.
Is it up? No.
From my understanding, it is.
Oh,
From my
I'm gonna go
understanding,
take
it
a look.
is. Just
I'm
crazy
curious
work.
about what look like.
I'm sorry?
I'm curious about her social medias now and what it looks like.
Yeah, it's just I believe there was another man that reacted to this live stream. Um I forget the name of his channel, but he had checked her socials literally the other day, like literally yesterday, and it was still up. So, yeah, I highly doubt she actually removed the video after these conversations. But as you're going to see in the clip, she's going to play dumb the whole time. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start it from here.
Going to take you seriously, See you giving you a wedgie to yourself to the point where I literally your coochie
I
lips,
wasn't giving myself a wedgie.
your coochie lips are blinking at me.
I wasn't even looking, bro. This is the thing. I don't do and post with, oh, what are the men gonna think? I do it because I felt cute and I
That's a lie. Hold on, please. Hold on, please. Hold on.
I was confused. I was like,
hold on, please. And when
you guys
a
are
man,
so
hold on,
superficial.
we tell you what men see. I don't know. This is what we see. A woman so insecure that she'd rather get the validation of looking like a hoe than a woman who's going to be classy.
How is
that a man go,
looking like a hoe?
No, Ali, just 1 second. Hey, Cammy, does that look like a hoe?
No.
Wait, that means not Cammy.
She was just dancing.
Cammy, no, okay, wait. She was okay, Queen. I know your eyes, like, because you're a little bit older, right?
Yes. I can't see all
Queen,
right.
hey, Queen.
What?
Is there anything that shouldn't be on this picture? Anything? What jumps to you? If you look at it, what jumps to you?
The garbage.
No. So
you see what I mean by playing dumb?
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? Now that y'all bring it up, I was looking at the fupa area. It's just looking kind of crazy, but I'm trying to be nice. But he ended up bringing it up.
I feel you, but it's like, and it's, I'm a woman, okay? If your pants are hiked up in there, you feel it. So it's like, it's not like that's something that.
Yeah. I'm glad he said it. I was just, trying to be nice, but it's unflattering.
Yeah, it's just, I don't like when people play dumb. Oh, what do you notice? The trash in the background. No, the fuck you don't. No. You know exactly what people are looking at because it's the first thing I saw. And I'm not a lesbian. I'm not looking for that.
Yeah, I feel like he can tell something is wrong with this girl. And like I said, that's why he brought her on the panel so they could argue all night and she can make a fool out of herself. So.
I don't disagree. But for panels like this, that's the bread and butter. People tune in to see the foolishness. And I understand why, like, it works. The panel that I used to join, it was very similar, not exactly the same, but like it was similar in that there were a bunch of interesting personalities. Now, to be fair to that YouTuber, he just allowed anybody to come up. It wasn't like you're invited specifically to be on that stream. So all sorts of, but he did still have the power to, like, remove people, add people, all of that. But yeah, like that's the spirit of like live streams like that. That's what gets the views. So from a content creator's perspective, I get it. It works. But from like having a productive conversation, not so much.
Yeah. I didn't know. I thought he I don't know how these go. I thought he hand selected these people. So my bad.
No, I'm talking about for well, when I said that, I was talking about the YouTuber I used to like go on his streams. What was that? 2021? No, 22? No, 21. With this live stream, no, these folks are particularly put on the stream. So what you said is accurate for this type of stream, is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah. But from a YouTuber standpoint, it works. That's what's gonna bring in the views, because people see, especially they see you on the thumbnail, they know you're gonna say something crazy. They're gonna tune in because people like drama as much as and I want your perspective on this, but as much as everyone will say that women just like to gossip and women are the ones that like drama, I think men like drama just as much. If I'm being honest, I think men like drama just as much as we do. What do you
Yeah,
think?
yeah. I think drama can be entertaining for, all the genders. What you said though reminds me of how they do reality TV. Like they will purposely put these just loony, crazy people on the screen because it makes for entertainment. So, I mean, I guess
Yeah.
because I
Yeah.
would never be offered to be on any of these panels because I don't know, it wouldn't be interesting.
Yeah, no, I completely understand. I think for me, like, I'm like half messy, half, productive. So like messy stuff like this, I can be entertained by it. But then like the other half of me wants to have like a productive conversation where we actually learn from each other. So
Yeah.
that's why, like, I wasn't entirely bothered by being on the stream. I know someone in the chat said that earlier. Well, if you didn't like it, you should have just left. But I mean, if I genuinely felt like it was way too disrespectful, especially disrespectful towards me, to where my man is gonna have to come in and give some straightening to somebody, then yes, I would have left. But obviously, for me, it wasn't to the point where I felt like I needed to leave. So, I think, and I do want to make this point really quickly. I'm going to try to not be long-winded with this. Just because
You're
someone
good.
has a critique about something doesn't mean that they think that it's all bad. I feel like that's the vibe that was coming from some of the people in the chat, because I had critique about it, that I just didn't like the experience, or I just didn't like anyone on the panel, or I just didn't like this or didn't like that. I'm not a negative Nancy about, experiences that I'm having. If I have a critique, it's just that. That doesn't mean, it's not a blanket statement of all these people are terrible, at least not from my perspective. Now, your
Mhm.
perspective, that's you outside looking in. If that's how they're coming across to you, that's a valid perspective. So it's like, I don't understand getting upset with someone telling you how it's coming across, especially as a newer viewer because you never saw it before. But then also, that was my perspective on how the stream was. And I had critique. There were things that I enjoyed a lot, like the little cutaway clips I think are hilarious. There were a lot of things that I did enjoy. So it's like, please don't take me having a critique for the stream as, oh my god, I hate this and I wouldn't go back and all this other stuff. I told Fatty if he wanted me to come on a stream again, I would. I told him that in the DM. So it's like, and I'm not changing up on that. I still feel that way. These are just critiques that I have. Let me see.
Okay, well, with you. Um, I asked you if you wanted my brutal honest thoughts. You said yeah. So I'm just letting the chat know, like, I'm just here to give my perspective. That's what was going on in my mind as the viewer. I wasn't on the panel, so get over it. Stop crying in the chat.
Yeah, no. And see, again, folks need to understand that self-awareness is so important. If this is how it's being perceived, as somebody that doesn't know, outside of me, doesn't know anyone on the panel, doesn't know the vibe of the show, has never seen the show before, and this is the first impression, that is a valid perspective. And if we want to be productive about it, you can listen to the perspective and be like, okay, I see where she's coming from with this. Maybe I can tweak a few things in my stream to make it better so that newer audiences aren't turned off by the stream. Or you could say, no, I like this. I like a certain demographic watching my videos or watching my live, and then just keep it the same. But that's about being self-aware, being open. The same way that we wanted Anne, Onyx Bunny, to be open to us telling her about how she looked crazy as hell in that video. That same level of openness should be for outside perspectives on how the show was running, how the different players were playing in the show. Yeah, I think some people get a little too emotional when it comes to people critiquing their work. Um, it's just like it doesn't have to be that way.
I love you're kind of just proving the point of what I perceived out of you. I don't know who said that. I don't know. I can't see the chat, by the way. But I already like y'all just proving my point. Like you're very hysterical, emotionally dysregulated. Like relax. We're all content creators. People talk crap about me all day. I just let them. Like it's their channel, right? Like I'm entitled to say my honest opinion. Um, so yeah, I don't care, and I'm not apologizing for it. I said what I said. Become more self-aware, like what Sandra said, because that's how you're coming off. Sorry.
Yeah, absolutely. And I want you to continue being honest. I love blunts girly, okay?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, like
Thank you.
I'm not like super sensitive. Like I'm sensitive about a lot of things, but not stuff like that. Not people having their own perspective or opinion. You know, I love that you are raw and just come in and just
Mhm.
like say exactly what it is, cuz that's
And what
needed.
people I just
Yeah.
said what the whole chat was thinking anyways. I was in the chat and pretty much they all was agreeing with what I was saying. I was like, what's going on? Let them talk. Damn. It was just chaotic. So my bad.
Yeah. No, like I love your honesty. That's why I love doing streams with you because I know you're not going to hold back.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.
And yeah, it's not that deep, okay? At least it's not that deep for me. Um you
Oh,
know,
it's definitely not. Sorry.
I want everyone to do good, right? Like I'm not a hater. Like I want everyone to do good. I want everyone to get their bag, get their money, you know. It's just newer person on the panel because I've never been on the panel before. That's my impression. New viewer, this is her impression. Take it as you will. You want to take fruit from it or you want to discard it, that's completely up to y'all.
Of course. Bro, it's you too, bro. Grow some balls. I'm sorry. Shut up. Like, now y'all pissing me off. Because all the crap people be saying about me, I don't be up under their videos crying. I just let them talk crap. Like, that's what you sign up for. If you don't want people critiquing you, don't do crazy things on your channel. Like, what are we talking about? Like, you purposely brought up these crazy people for us to have and a reaction to them. Get over it. You wanted the chaos in this panel, and so you're getting the publicity. I can't say it. The publicity. Like,
No, I
it's
feel
really not
you.
that deep. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
But yeah,
Uh
shut up.
Let me see. There was like a few more clips that I wanted to get into, and then I think we're like towards the end of the stream. I kind of skipped over some of the stuff in the middle because this was the part that really was blowing me, like getting on my nerves. Let me see. Am I at
Okay.
324? Let me see. I like wrote down all the timestamps. All right.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I literally discovered you from you doing a video critiquing my unhinged behavior. Like it is. I was like, you're a content creator. If I'm doing something crazy, people are gonna talk. Like that's why I said just critically think before we ask questions in the chat. Like, okay.
Yeah, no, and I think
Anyway,
like your demeanor about stuff like that, and then my demeanor about stuff like that is the reason why like we don't have issues. Like as
yeah.
far as like, you know, you're an independent content creator. I respect that and it's like you reciprocate that respect. I'm not going to tell you how to do your channel and, you know, all this other stuff. If I do have an opinion, I'll make a video or whatever. It's not that deep. Like I don't take
No,
YouTube that deep.
that's what I'm saying. When I seen you had reacted to some beef I was in when I was acting a fool online, I totally understood like, oh, from content creator to content creator. I was like, okay, shoot, add your commentary. I was acting crazy. Get your coin. Like, I respected it.
Exactly. Like, just
And
like
that
I
also,
respect you. Like,
thank
if you were to
you.
do a video critiquing me, like, real recognize real. I'll take the fruit from what you're saying and try to see it from your perspective. And if I feel like something doesn't apply, then that's fine. But I'm not going to sit over here and get, in my fifis about it. I'm just
That's
not.
what I'm saying. Like, oh, like just shut up. Like, you already was getting on my nerves in the panel. Now you're really getting on my nerves. Be quiet. Thank you.
Let me see. I think this is the next part I wanted to react to. Let me hit play.
And all the rest of the ladies, Cami, Sandra, and Bella especially, are going to carry the conversation because they've been frozen to that, right? Make a statement, a definitive statement. I'm going to put you on the big screen. If anybody talks, I'll drop you. Okay? Go ahead, Dan. Happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you so much, and glory be to God. Thank you to the creator who made me. Thank you for having me up here, and I appreciate the conversation. Simply, this is all I'm saying. I am not trying to be a 304 because I'm overweight and my clothes fit tight. I am simply saying I felt good and I posted it. Is there correction? Sure. But the difference between correction and just being malicious and dehumanizing because you're insecure, because you haven't been able to check your own self and your own assumptions about women, is one person would say, like the woman said in the comments, hey baby, this is not flattering. And to be honest, when you gain some weight, you don't know how you look, personally. Everyone in the comment section saw something that I didn't. If you really care about women being better, recognize that there are women like myself who will listen. But when you start attacking and dehumanizing, and I'm asking for help, you're not helping the community. You're just being a whole bunch of bullies. I didn't sell it. I didn't even know that that's what everyone was laughing at. I thought people were laughing at other shit. Two things can be true at once. But to project your own assumptions because you think all women want attention is wrong. I'm not trying to fight you. I just want to be respected and understood. That is truly love.
Hello. Hello.
Girl, did you hear that tap dancing?
I'm sorry. I don't even know what to say. I don't even have commentary. Like, this is just crazy.
All this because the panel was trying to tell her that your video looked crazy. The same one we watched with, the cootie cat out there in the pants. All that tap dancing to make it like it's our fault for seeing it that way. It's our fault for noticing your vagina through your pants.
The fupa.
Oh my God. That's women infantilizing themselves. I don't get it. I personally just don't get it. And Justin, you're so silly. Said this is how cat fights begin.
What?
Oh my God. Let me let it continue playing because it just gets worse and worse, girl.
Thank you very much. Now, we can go back to the infamous ladies first show.
Wait a second. Isn't this ladies first?
No.
Wait, there's more? Damn.
If there was an issue you truly cared about me, why didn't you reach out to me first? Why did you make me a segment on your show?
And
nobody wants
what? No. 1 second, right? 1 second. We review public videos on the internet. Is our IG public?
Yes.
If that's not my question. My question is, if there was an issue,
please. I don't want to kick you off the show, but what you did right now is nasty. The conversation had nothing to do with your big coochie. The way that you talk and the way the conversation went, it went to the point where people were showing you that we're preaching something while you're doing the complete opposite. The only thing you had to say is, my bad, I'm not posting that shit anymore because I want to be a wife. You see how easy that shit is? Because you know what I don't do? And I don't post my fupa on the motherfucking internet. I know better. I don't know, please, respectfully. I know better. I know better. I know what looks good and looks terrible. You know what looks good and looks terrible. If you are so confident about what you did, you shouldn't be ashamed of nothing, because you know what I do when people say, "Oh, fatty, those pants are too tight." Yes, and so does your. No, I'm not going to say the rest. But I will. Well, Anne, please, Anne. Tough skin. You are a grown woman. You are grown woman enough to post it. You are going to get positive reinforcement and negative reinforcement. If you are not ready to get criticism from nothing that you post in public, please don't do it like the average fat person and move along. That's all. Do what a lot of people on this space do. Hi guys, I'm here for podcasting. How are you guys doing? There's some people that are fat that stream like this. And I don't want you to see my belly. We are going to stream like this now. If you don't want to be criticized by your coochie being in front of the camera, stream like this, and nobody will ever have a problem with you. Do we have a deal?
No.
Okay,
Damn.
if you don't have a deal, shut the fuck up.
God. Oh my
If you
God.
don't have a deal, if we don't have a deal, keep posting like a hoe and see if you're going to get married. Okay?
So tell me what it means to be a hoe, please. What's
let me say synonymous: hose, horse, and. Now that we got it out of the way, let's go to the show, please.
Okay. So I want to know your thoughts. I want to know your impression on that whole discourse back and forth.
Girl. Wait, can you say your thoughts first? Because I'm collecting my thoughts. Like, I can't.
You know, it's just, again, I don't like the playing dumb, and then I don't like when people play the victim, right? Because the reason why Ollie pulled up that clip was very specific. You know, if you're going to get on the panel and tell women that they need to do this and they need to do that in order to be marriage minded or this, that, and the third, you need to, and I skipped over this part too in the stream because they had asked us like what you're going to teach your daughter to make her a, you know, somebody that a man would want. And I said what I need to say. And then after that, she was trying to jump in and say, well, you shouldn't da 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 da. And then, you know, it's like, I'm sorry, but you should not be talking as if you know what you're talking about. You came on the internet saying that you're a side chick, proud of it. One, and I wanted to say this during the live, but I wasn't going to jump in again. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't going to be fighting for the mic. But no, I would not allow my daughter to take any type of advice from a woman that gets online and says that she wants to be some man's side bitch. No, there's no advice you can give my daughter outside of a cautionary tale. And
damn,
it's just, you know, you get on here and you're co-signing the men saying that women should shut the hell up, but then you don't behave like that traditional woman, but you want to co-sign all the things that the men are saying about traditional women as if you are that and you're not. So that's why Ollie pulled up that clip in the first place. And she's trying to play victim. Like, well, why'd you make me a segment on the show? Why'd you play my video, my public video that I posted? Why'd you play my public video? You know, this is bullying. I'm just like, girl, no, you are no victim. If you're going to get out here and be hypocritical, be ready for people to call your bluff and pull your receipt.
Oh, okay. Okay, that makes more sense now that you explained it. I was a little confused at first with this girl, but I didn't know that she was going on like that.
Yeah, so, you know, I try to empathize because, like, I can see how if you're not expecting your video from your social media to be played during the stream, how that can kind of like be like, oh my God. But I do agree with what Fatty said. You know, you weren't embarrassed when you posted it on your page, so why are you embarrassed of it now? Why are you
No,
acting,
I
you know, the victim now?
that right there, you see how he pulled up some embarrassing clips from her social media. On my channel, I stay telling women like your social media matters. And for me, I don't even have an online presence for that reason. I don't want people pulling me up going, this you, and it's something crazy and embarrassing. So yeah, that's rule number one, especially if you're looking to be a wife. Your I always talk about how like your image matters. So yeah, I stay off of social media for that
Yeah,
reason.
I don't blame you. I don't even be posting pictures of myself anymore. My you know, I think the latest thing that I have posted on social media was like when I gave birth to my son. That was
Uh-huh.
that was the last thing.
Wow.
Um that was the last thing that I posted about. But other than that, like I just don't post anymore. Because it's like if you're wanting to be a content creator, you got to understand, even outside of being a content creator, but even more so because it's exacerbated with being a content creator. If you know you're going to be doing that, understand people will go to your socials and they will pull your receipt. They will pull your receipt and be
Yeah,
like, wait,
exactly.
this you?
Yeah.
And that's what happened
They have to
here. So I can't feel bad.
Yes, yeah, that's very real. So now she's all humiliated. Like, you posted it. You got to be mindful with your social media, everyone's watching. So yeah.
Absolutely. And I think this is the last clip that I want to get into, and it kind of ties back to your initial reaction to
Okay.
this kind of ties into your initial reaction to old girl. Let me play this.
No, it's fine. No, it's fine. No, it's fine.
So I have the
And
feel.
US for guidance. I can show you better than I can tell you. You know who this is?
Huh?
You know who this is?
Britney Spears?
Right.
You're
What's your
saying I
opinion
look like
about what's your opinion about this video?
she's dancing?
Any
And
more opinions? Any more opinions other than she's dancing? We all see she's dancing. Any more opinions?
I feel bad for her.
Exactly. Thank you.
What do you
This
mean
is part.
exactly? I don't
No,
look like her.
no, and
And if wait, so you're saying I look like her?
and 1 second, and I swear on everything I own, I literally even commented. This video reminds me of Britney Spears' manic episodes. The dancing, the very
What the
revealing
Wait,
thing. Oh man, you
pause,
know what? You
pause.
know what? You said that you needed guidance.
Thank
What's
you,
up?
girl. Wait, no, because you were right. I need people to give me my credit. I said, if a man were to look at her, he would think she's not in her right mind. Didn't I say that?
That's
Okay, the
exactly
age
what you
well.
said.
Yeah, I mean, that's crazy. And you know what's crazy? I wish I would have shared more of my thoughts because when I seen her dancing in that video, I did think like it reminds me of Britney Spears and how she's lost her mind. Like, there's nothing wrong with dancing, but you're not even like, come on, like you're not in your right mind. You're not good at it. What's going on? If a psychiatrist looked at her video, what's her name? Anne's video or whatever, the psychiatrist would probably think she's in psychosis. Like, seriously. Like, she's just by the way she's dressing and frolicking around. Like, I'm serious. Like, I'm being for real. So, yeah.
Exactly. That's why when you said that, I was like, girl.
I know, I be spot on. I can keep the red flags early
You don't
and
miss.
accurate.
Like, you don't
I
miss.
know.
But to be honest, I would say it's worse. I would say, even though like Britney's video, it's very chaotic. It's more, I would say the dancing itself is more chaotic than what Anne did. But Anne doing that online is way worse than Britney. And the reason why is because with Britney Spears, we saw what happened to her. right? Like we saw her mental deterioration. We saw all the things that were
Yeah.
happening to her. So even seeing a video like that with Britney, I think most of us kind of empathize with her because we know why she's
Yeah.
Looney Tunes. So we feel compassion and empathy for her, and we feel sad for her. But we don't know Anne. She doesn't have this long fleshed out history on the internet. We all know that she's been through this trauma and that trauma. Like her life has not played out in front of us. So when you're coming to the internet and you're doing a crazy dance video ill dressed, we don't have that backstory. And so we're not going to empathize with it the same way we would a Britney. You know, I saw so many of those Britney dancing videos and my mind didn't go to, oh my God, I can't believe Britney's doing that. She's so disgusting and this, that, and the third. She knows what she's doing. Like that's not where my mind went. My mind went to, oh my God, this is a manifestation of all the stuff that happened to her throughout her career from when she was a teenager.
Yeah.
All throughout her life. And it's just like, oh my God, I feel really sad for her. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, that's really sad. When you put it like that, that's so sad. Mental health is
Yeah.
sad.
Yeah. And, um, that's why it's so important to be open for other people to tell you how you're coming across. Because it's like, if you sit there and you fight it and you argue against it, then that just decreases your self-awareness. Because you can't experience, I mean, yes, you can watch the video, but it's still you watching yourself. You can't experience yourself the same way that other people can. So, you know, for her sake, I hope if this is really her, right? If she's not putting on an act for the internet to be infamous, if this is really her and she's really got, Looney Tunes upstairs or whatever the case may be, hopefully, some self-awareness can come from either that stream or future conversations or whatever the case may be, seeds planted so that the seed of self-awareness can grow and she can start like regulating how she's presenting herself. But you can only get that by listening to what other people say and their perspective.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's a really great point. Yeah. So when I'm brutally honest, like I don't know, it's for that reason. I'm just trying to make people self-aware.
I feel you. I feel you. But those were the main clips that I really wanted to get through. So having kind of gone through the whole thing, what are your final thoughts?
Okay, so I wanted to say, sorry if I was a little bit off. It was just this stream was like a little hard to follow, not you, but the panel and how like just everybody's yelling at each other. I was definitely overstimulated. So I felt like I might have had some like slow moments. I don't know, you can let me know. So my bad. I was really trying to follow along. It was a lot going on. You kept
No,
asking
I
me what
feel
I
you.
thought, and I'm still collecting my thoughts. So
Yeah, there were
So
a lot of
yeah.
moving parts.
But it was entertaining, and I'm sorry if I hurt anybody's feelings with my brutal honesty. So yeah,
Well, we love your brutal honesty over here. My chat always loves you. Like I'm talking like the regulars, right? Like the folks that
yeah.
actually like watch my channel all the time. They love you over here. And I think several of
Oh,
them started like joining your streams too. Um so
yeah. I
we love your brutal
see.
honesty.
No, thank you. I really like your audience on your channel. Like I've had some interactions with people, um, and their audience was a nightmare. Like so, certain channels do carry a certain audience, and I noticed that your audience is very sweet, respectful, classy. They're super sweet and kind to me. So thank you.
I can say the same thing about yours. I love jumping in the chat on your live streams. I know me and Justin, we kind of like troll a bit. But like
Oh
your
my
chat is always popping.
yeah, when you're in there, I notice my subscribers, they love you. They love you.
I love them back. Like, yeah, you have a really good community. I love my community over here. I think like when you're a genuine person and your content is honest, then that's the type of people that will actually like stay on your channel and really interact
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah. Yep.
It's like the saying, real recognize real.
Yep. Yeah, I noticed that.
But thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming on the stream. I'm sorry for like the super ghetto pre-stream that we had
No,
with like this.
no, I'm so happy it finally worked out. Like, you know, the second time it was great. Thank you, Justin. I really appreciate your hard work. That's very nice. That's very sweet.
Same here. Justin is like he's my fix it man. Like he fixes everything. And I appreciate him so much. Like that's okay, pro tip for the men out there. One of the sexiest things you could ever do is be a man that can fix something. Oh, not just something,
Yeah.
fix lots of things. Whether it's technical with like a computer or like the doorknob is loose and you got to tighten it up or like whatever the case may be. Justin literally fixed an ATV with his cousin while we've been down here in the South. Like,
Oh,
if you are a man and you can fix stuff, that is sexy. That is so sexy by itself. Fix things.
no, I 100% agree. It's becoming a lost art. So I'm always talking about that on me and you, we're always talking about that, like when I think on the live streams that I do. So yeah.
Mhm. But thank you so much, sis. We always gotta like link up and do like live streams. I still want us to do that couple stream. We gotta get Mr. Blunt Girly on board with that.
I'm gonna try that. That's so I think my subscribers would love it. Yeah.
I think that'd be
I'll
so
tell
much
them.
fun with like your
Yeah.
man, my man. We could be total pick-me's on the stream.
Oh, that's so funny. Right?
I think that'd be so fun, but we'll have to like figure that out behind the scenes and see if that works, you know. But again, thank you so much. Let everybody, I mean, my chat like knows you, but just in case like other people kind of stumble on the stream, let folks know where they can find you and you know, a little bit about your channel and then we're gonna close it out.
Yeah, so yeah, my name is Blunt Girly on YouTube. I think you should follow my channel. I feel like I keep things lit, you know. Videos be crazy sometimes. I sometimes like, you know, I don't know, I'm just super brutally honest on my channel. So if you like for people to speak your honest thoughts, go ahead and subscribe and check it out.
Yay! Definitely hit up Blunt Girly. I have her tagged in the title and then also in the description. But thank you guys so much. This was a lot of fun. And I don't know the next time I'll live stream. If Fatty wants to have a conversation on live, we can definitely do that. I'm not afraid of the smoke. I'm open to having a conversation if there is smoke. I don't know why there would be smoke. I think what I said here was pretty fair, but I'm also open to saying whatever I've said to anybody's face if they want me to. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But other than that, I hope you guys have a wonderful evening and I will see y'all sometime soon. Bye.